Hey there, fellow Factorians. Onerous here with another episode of Let's Learn Bobs and Angels, and it is a new week, and boy has it been a busy weekend for Factorio. Yes, I have done a little bit of extra work off camera just to get some of the cleaning up around and about sorted, and it is a lot. There are some new outposts, and I'm trying to remember what we did on camera and what we haven't, but definitely over yonder, we now have a partially hidden sapphirite processing where we're getting crushed sapphirite and chunks, and we're getting some more sulfuric wastewater. Oh, excuse me. Some more dust when there's geodes, and all that looks like it's backed up because we are full on chunks. Yes, that's okay. Sapphirite chunks are full. We also now have a crotinium. Crotinium? That's what it's called. Yes, crotinium processing as well, doing the same thing, turning crotinium ore into crushed crotinium and chunks. We've also now got a single ore sorting here that's just missing a little bit there. Oops, we won't worry about that. So it is turning 2 red belts of crushed gibbelite and 2 red belts of crushed sapphirite into 4 red belts of iron ore. There we go. That's currently going nowhere, but we will find use for iron ore because our previous iron ore I've shut down, and that was it over here. There's no more sapphirite coming in here doing the old sorting because that got backed up thanks to the copper. Yeah. Anyway, that is now defunct. We could pull that out if we so desired, but I do need to, while I think about it, get these trains to go elsewhere. We'll sort that out this episode. The other thing I've done is, as you can see, there is a bunch more stuff here in our kind of central processing area, as well as the colors of these assembly machines have changed considerably. If you recall, they're all assembly machines 2, yellows, and well, we've had some tech for quite some time for assembly machine 3s and even 4s. What we were waiting on, well, we could have actually used assembly machine 3s already. We had everything we needed, steel and electronic circuit boards. But yes, it was the aluminium plate that enabled us to make assembly machine 3s. So red ones 1.25, the assembly machine 4s crafting speed of 2. So I've put these intermediate products on the crafting speed of 2, just because we need a lot of those, and we don't need that many of these other ones. So they're all on assembly machine 3s. Now the other thing is, which I have been asked to start doing this, I have got a bunch of cargo robots now, cargo robot Mark IIs, the Angels Logistics bots, taking over my main base. So it's hard to see what the breakdown is of bots, but we have 1,200, 1,300 logistics bots, and some of those are cargo bots. Look at that, we've got some spare ones there even. Let's get rid of those ones. I've still got 50 on me. The other thing, yes, we have construction robot 2s. That is happening over yonder. Over here, yep. Just had a simple setup here to make flying robot frames 2, the construction brain, construction tool 2, and all feeding directly into construction robots 2. This is not automated. I just wanted to make 20, so I was manually pulling these things over, and they're just sitting there. This is slightly changed. We actually backed up on sodium hydroxide, so there was no ferric chloride solution going through, which backed up our red circuits for a little bit, which was quite terrible. The other thing is I have updated this. You probably don't remember, but we had like 2 requester chests and either side of a belt with loaders, stack inserters, feeding each side. It was quite messy, and now it is so much simpler. We've just got a requester chest with a fast inserter feeding straight onto the belt, I've added in a few more things. Stone, we actually ran out of stone because we're not doing anything down here, so we weren't really making any stone. And of course, because we weren't making stone, we couldn't make railways, so that was very, very annoying. We ran out of bronze plate because this just couldn't keep up, and the bronze plate is used for our transport belts. Tin plate, same deal. All these things that we're making out in outposts, and so I just brought them in. And the other one was coal. Yes, here we go. You can see some coal coming in, and that's just feeding these operations, which I think we talked about. Actually, I might have done in the previous episode because we were running out of solid fuel, but that's all backing up nicely now. We've got things just sitting here, backed up, waiting to go. And the things we want to be doing, of course, is moving towards science. And that's why I've done so much of this stuff off camera, because it was just very time consuming and frankly pretty boring. It's just more outposts, taking it easy, nothing new. Probably the only thing that was semi-new was the single ore sorting, and we'd already done that. So here you can see the setup that we had previously for the was that Givolite and Rubite chunks to aluminium ore, and I've just redone it over here. It's much more compact because we have better ore sorting facilities. Ore sorting facility Mark III with a 1.5 speed. So a lot of these things that I've added in up here, these are kind of the next level. We've got blast furnace 3s, powder mixer 2s, yeah, you name it. We've got later versions, and the main ones were a increase to filtration units, flotation cells, sorry. Flotation cells, ore sorters, and ore crushers. These guys are mad. Crafting speed of 3. These guys are pretty good. Crafting speed of 1.5. And what else? Yeah, we've got salination plants now if we want to start getting into a bit more sodium hydroxide. We've even got better electric mining drills. And we should probably be carrying those rather than wasting our time with these electric mining drills too. Which we can pop in this chest and they'll get redone. And let's just have. Actually, honestly, I don't need those just yet. We are now importantly we are now mining all of the main ores. We've got saphirite processing, givolite processing, styrite processing, cretinium processing, rubite processing, and bobmonium processing. All the chunks. We still haven't got to crystals. That'll be the next sort of tech step, but we do need to up our tech to get there. Boy, that is a lot. And yes, it has been quite the journey. Along the way, I've had a few hiccups. Basically, supplies back into the base was one of the main ones. Running out of materials to actually build other things. Boy, that's kind of it, and that's where all of our aluminium plate and concrete bricks have gone into the production of all of that jazz. So, what next? Well, the obvious thing that we need to be doing is getting through tech, and we do not have logistics science packs, and we have brass, we have got flying robot frames we can make. So all we're looking at are express transport belts and express filter inserters. Hooey! We have the tech for them. So an express transport belt is regular transport belt and then cobalt and aluminium, which is sweet. We have cobalt steel and aluminium plate already coming in. I've set that up. If we actually, I should just bring up the old logistics network. There we go. We've got 10,000 cobalt steel in here, and there you go, 23,000 aluminium plate. So that's pretty good. And then the other one that we need is express filter inserters, which we actually have the tech for. So let's have a look at that, shall we? Inserter. This looks like it. Express filter inserters. So we have a cobalt, aluminium. Yep, we've got everything we need to actually make those, which is delightful. One of the biggest problems that I had, though, is a lack of red circuits. And that was mainly because I was building just a stack of things very quickly. So as you can see, our red circuits are now backing up. I am going to store a little bit more, just in case we need it in the future. We'll just keep making it. We've got a heap of materials. So many outposts performing really well, but we do have just a heap of materials. So the question is, next lot of science. How are we going to do it and where? Well, I'm going to do it over here, and we're just going to bot it. Let's make sure my bots aren't doing any of this, which they're not, which is great. All right, let's make a nice little area here that we can do, and that's really poor, isn't it? We should get rid of that row. So it is continual. All right, we are going to aim for 1 science a second. I think that is a safe goal. So let's work backwards, shall we? Where are we? Here we go. Logistic science packs. I don't actually have any assembly machine 4s on me. That's a bit sad, isn't it? Let's grab them, because that's what we're going to be using for this setup. There we go. Grab a stack. Wonderful. Okay. Oh, I'm getting trapped. Alright, so we've got all this space, and this is probably where I'm gonna bring it down, but let's just plop down some things and have a look at some ratios, shall we? So, logistics science. We need brass chests. Let's start with that. That's a nice easy one. How many do we need? So, this is making 3 in 7 seconds, which is delightful. We do remember, though, we have a crafting speed of 2, which, coming from vanilla, having a crafting speed of 2 in just a standard assembly machine is pretty amazing. Nothing else required. So, in reality, we don't need 7 of these, we need 4 of these to make 1 a second. But the easy thing about math is to always remember, if we want to make 1 of these a second, we can just have a look at the materials. So we would need, because these make 3 science packs, so 1 craft a second would take 2 brass chests, but because we make 3 packs from the 1 craft, we can divide that by 3, so we need 2/3 of a brass chest a second, 1/3 of a belt, 1/3 of a filter, and 1/3 of a robot flying frame. So I'm going to build 4 of these. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good, like that. The other tech actually that I've got that I probably want to update to is the power poles. Yes, we've got extra power pole tech that I haven't gotten around to using just yet. So we're going to do that, and then over here we're going to do something like that. Nope, it's too close, and we'll put that on, sideload that into there. So you, let's set this up early because we definitely need it, don't we? You are going to request 500 logistics science packs. And you know what? Because we're doing so much stuff over here, we probably should put down a few of these, a few more of these. We'll put them over here. We don't actually need that much because we've got cargo robots. Oh man, cargo robots. Baggerless was saying how good they were, and look, I believed him, but until you experience it, it is hard to really understand just how good they are. They are amazing. So we do want to connect this up. So we're going to be making these forever. We want to say, as long as there is some science packs, as long as there are, say, 500 science packs in storage, which is just here. It doesn't count the stuff in the belt. So that's going to be plenty. Keep outputting. So we can copy these all around here. I should have done that first. There we go. Okay, so they are now requesting the things. So the first thing they are requesting is bronze chests. Brass chests. Oh, man. Oh, yes, there it is. Bronze and brass. So brass chest just requires brass plate. And we only need to make 1/3 of these a second. So this is going to be absolutely ample bronze thingamajiggies. We can just say, make sure there are, I don't know, 100 of these. We don't need that many. All right, well that is that. The next is our belts. Now these guys need cobalt steel gear wheels and cobalt bearings, which we probably don't have. So let us do that. And again, we needed 1/3 of these a second, and they craft super fast. So we only need one material guy working on that. And okay, so we have belts. We do not have cobalt steel gear wheels. We do not have cobalt steel bearings. We do have aluminium plate. So let's make some cobalt steel random stuff. Cobalt steel gear wheels and cobalt steel bearings. And what we will do is we're going to do this. And as you can see, I've got more tech too that allowed me to do some additional directions. So we're now sort of maxed out in the directions that things can pick up and drop off at. Actually, that one there. Cool. So they are now set up to go in there. Unfortunately, that kind of ruins our pattern, so we're going to do that. And you are now picking up from there and dropping off there. Beautiful. And you need to go to there because, yeah, that needs to happen. That needs to happen. That needs to happen. That needs to happen. We need to put some power here. So that one is taken from there and putting there. This one is taken from there and dropping over there. Yep, as you can see, when you hover over it, it highlights the things that it's touching, which is quite nice. So, nice and simple. We definitely want to limit this. We don't want to have a bunch of express belts being built here anyway that we don't need. So yeah, if it's less than 100, do that. This might have some weird sort of action later on, but we'll see. So this is after cobalt steel plate, which we have, but it's also after cobalt steel ball bearings. We probably should check the required numbers too. So remember, we need 1/3 of this a second. So this needs normally needs 8 a second, so we only need to produce 3 a second. This is producing 4 a second, that's fine. And this one is producing 2 a second, so we actually need another one of these. And we'll pop it up here so that we can dump it straight in, like so. I really should turn my robots back on. And there we go. Alright, that one is going there. And now, the yes, so this needs, this is making 4 a second, this needs 32 divided by 2, so 10 ball bearings a second. Ball bearings are made super fast though, they make 24 a second. That's right, 24 a second. Fast stack inserter, grab those and throw them in there. Alright, this is just how easy science is. Just how easy it is. So that is brass belts, brass chest, express belts. Now we need express filter inserters. Let's put that there. Express filter inserters need some things. They need. All right, let's put in the requester here just so we can actually see what they need. So they need... Nope, that's the wrong request. There we go. They need fast filter inserters, which we have. They need red circuits, which we have. Not many of them. Cobalt steel gear wheels. We don't have enough, so we probably should make some more. I think it's time we did away with some of these weird actions for things that need multiples, and we'll just do this. Connect that to the logistics, and let's do cobalt steel gear wheels less than 200. Copy that one up here. We'll get the logistics bot working on that. That'll be fine. So this needs, yeah, like one every second. That should be enough. We're producing 4 a second. That one was using 3 a second. Yeah, roughly 3 because we only need a third. Just for good measure, I'll throw in another one just in case. So that's our cobalt steel gear wheels. Cobalt steel bearings, again, we're going to do away with that. And cobalt steel bearings, there we go. Let's pop in another one of them. Let's do that and say express filter inserters less than 100. All right, cool. That is bearings. No, we don't want bearings. That is cobalt steel bearing. Well, we do want bearings, not ball bearings. Okay. There we go. All right. So we got that. We got that. We got that. We got that, and we got aluminium plate. Delightful. We can pop that there. So here we go. We've got 100 of those. We've got 2,000 of those in storage. None of those in storage because we actually don't have power yet. Let's power this up, see what happens. Yep, on the way, beautiful. So that is express belts, express filters, and what was the last thing we needed? Flying robot frames. So this is where things get a little bit annoying. Flying robot frames are somewhere around here, aren't they? Frame. Those are different frames. Flying robot frames 1, so they need batteries, electric engines, and steel. Now, I do actually, in a little bit, I wouldn't say it's a cheat, but we actually have, now I think about it, we also need to do, this. Is that a fast stack inserter? We actually probably need 2 of them, and that is steel ball bearings less than 200. Is that one? It was, yeah. There we go. Alright, now our beautiful cargo Mark 3s will be working on that. Why have you got no cobalt steel bearings? Oh, there you go, you do now. Okay. So the cobalt steel bearings are missing cobalt steel ball bearings. Maybe we need to do another one of them. Let's pop it over here. That should be fine now. We'll get the bots working. I guess direct insert is probably a better option. I feel like we should be direct inserting, shouldn't we? Yep. Let's do that. Let's drop you guys like that. You can have those ball bearings because that is the limit. But then you've got to remember too, we don't need a million of these. Alright, we'll pop that there, and we'll rip up that. And that will fill that one, yep, that's fine. Alright, what's on the way? 200. You're full, and these guys are just waiting on robot frames, yes. Okay, robot frames. We actually have, we have batteries in storage. We have electric engines, we have that, we have that. So we actually have everything, but our batteries are pretty slow. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep up with our science needs. So that's something that needs to be improved. And likewise, I think we'll find our red circuits are really going to struggle. But in saying that, we actually have everything we need here for red science. That is outrageous, isn't it? Flying robot frame 1. Flying robot frame 1, just make sure I had the right one there. Flying robot frame 1. And none are being made because we're waiting for materials. Alright. We don't have power for that guy. And come on. What are we waiting on? What are we waiting on? Steel plate. None in storage. That doesn't sound right, does it? It's true. It's true. And that's probably because our poor old steel, here it is. Man, that is... Do you remember how long ago we made that? Because I certainly don't. It was a very, very long time. Just pressing the wrong buttons. The wrong buttons. There we go. We are at 26 minutes. Can we improve this? You bet we can. We can very, very easily make this much, much better than it is, can't we? Surely with all of our advanced tech currently available to us, we can make this better. But before we do that, let's... no, that's not going to work, is it? Alright, let's do something like this. Oh, that does work, okay. And then hopefully we can meet it back up here. That's a little bit unfortunate. We want to go here. Look, we'll keep with that, and we'll probably need that space for something else. You can go to there. You have to do the same for all of those. Ah, yes, good old spaghetti. That actually is possible if we put it down here. There we go. Alright, we'll just move that one there. Turn it that way. That's gone the right way, and we are through. Alrighty. Okay, at this point I don't mind. Now we just need to bring it across here. And to do that, we need to do that. If I do that, yeah, it loves it. It loves it. There we go. Beautiful. And we have just enough room in here to fit in another inserter. Unfortunately, oh no, this is not going to work, is it? No, it is not. Alright. We need to figure out what to do. We're going to do that. But with fast inserters, you're going to pick up from there and drop off there. And yeah, we are going to do this because we can. This last one doesn't need it, does it? Okay. So let's copy that. Put there, not there, there, and one there. There we go. And we now have power. That one there, and that one there. So once we get some steel happening, we will be able to get some science going. But we don't have steel, so thanks, guys. This is where the cargo robots really do fall down. It's when you do sort of a little bit here and there, one or two things in the base. I've got to say in the base, like they're great when I arrive, but if I'm doing stuff in the base, they just kind of sit there and don't really know what's going on. Now we've got ore processing machines. We don't have any blast furnaces. We've got induction furnaces. So let's grab the latest and greatest stuff that we have. What do we got here? Strand casting machines? No. Blast furnaces? Yeah, Mark III blast furnaces. We'll grab 20 of them. Let's make it 30. Casting machines? Induction furnaces? I think we already had 10 of them. So this must be casting machines. Yeah, alright. Let's grab 40 of them. And that should be everything we need to make some very amazing... why do we have induction furnaces? 2. It's ridiculous. Have I not got the right ore processing as well? What level ore processing are we up to? Not that one, that one? Oh, we are just up to ore processing 2. We are up to those number 3, casting machine 2 3s. Yes. Alright, that is good. We might need another couple induction furnaces. Was it this one? Strand casting, regular casting, induction furnaces. Let's grab another pack of them. Blast furnaces and the mixers. We do need just some of the original level. These guys. Alright. Cool. I do realise we are over time. I keep doing that button. But I think this is only going to take us 5 minutes. Famous last words? Probably. But we do want to get. I do want to get science running. Down to over here, which is a really, really weird setup. It's actually over here. So 2 things. We need to change where the iron ore is coming from. Set up a better iron ore train and supply. And this, oh man, how weird is that? That is very weird. Alright. Let us put in a couple of these. I should have some of them in my garbage. There we go. Alright. We'll get another one of them. Fast stack inserters. Yep, beautiful. And we'll get another red belt out of that. That'll be nice. Okay, let's set this over to our iron ore. Why have I got iron ore? I don't know. Just a handy bit of iron ore. You have no fuel over here, but there will be fuel available at the other end. Okay, so you want to go there until you're empty. And then you want to go all the way over to our iron ore over here till full. In fact, let's do that first. Alright, away you go. And that will bring a little bit of iron ore in. Let's bring this over here. And let's upgrade that. So we have 2 red belts of iron ore. Look at this. Who designed this? That is crazy, isn't it? Alright, these have a crafting speed of 1.5. These are the same. Alright. We are going to need 10 of these. Let's not play with that. Let's just go and create a brand new one over here that does a similar thing, but even better. We're going to build over that. Yeah, we don't care about that. Alright, let's grab that. Let's paste it kind of there. Oops. Paste it there. Let's cut it and paste it one down because just not having it line up is too much for me. There we go, okay. So we can do 10 of these. Let's grab a proper one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now these are going into blast furnace. Can we direct insert? Okay, well, that is a very interesting question. We definitely don't want that kind of blast furnace. Blast furnace Mark III. Making iron ingots from not that. Let's make iron ingots from coke and processed. So this requires 8 processed iron in 4 seconds. Crafting speed of 2. Okay, we do need to look at that. It requires 16 processed iron in 4 seconds. That is 4 a second. This is producing 1.5 a second. That is really depressing, isn't it? 1.5 a second, and this uses 4 a second. 2 a second with a crafting speed of 2 is 4. Yeah. So these two actually aren't enough to supply one of these. Well, look, I guess it's going to. We'll stick with it. We are going to have to. Excuse me. We are probably going to have to upgrade these. They require 6 iron a second. Oh, we've got 2 of them. That's just too inefficient for me. Let's do that. All right. There we go. Rip those guys out, and then copy those in. What happened to your? What happened to you? There we go. All right. And that, and that. This offset actually is a little bit weird now. I don't know if the offset actually matters, but we don't want that to do anything weird at all. Alright, so if we are following this kind of deal, we want to have a belt here coming in. Not that kind of belt. There we go. Okay, that kind of belt coming in with some fuel for these things, and then we will need that. So that needs to actually go lower. And you are making steel. Yeah, there we go. All right, things are looking good. You are theoretically using 24 in 4 seconds, 6 a second. We plus our 1.5, so 9 a second. So you're going to need that. With these guys grabbing from back there, and now they also both need fuel. Which is what this is doing. So this one needs to pick up from there and drop off there. There, yep. And this one needs to drop off there. Alright, so that is that. We do need some oxygenation of that as well. And then we need to take these 6 ingots in 4 seconds, 9 ingots in 4 seconds, about 2 a second into induction furnaces. Molten steel, molten silicon, molten steel, there we go. This is using 12 in 4 seconds, crafting speed of 2. This is producing 6 in 4 seconds. So each one of these goes to that. Molten steel. There you go, like that. And that's a little bit sad, isn't it? I guess you'll just be a sad panda. Now, assuming that each of these is actually working, 120, that is 30 steel a second. And casting machine Mark III makes steel plate. Yeah, it uses 10 a second. Yeah, so we can still get 3 of these per one of these. Like that. Like that. Like that. A little bit of power would actually be delightful, wouldn't it? Alright, so we're going to have to go something like that. And then actually hook this up over here somehow. There we go. And we need to also power these up. And then we also need to power these up. There and there. Just there and there. And there and there. And now we are missing some key ingredients. First of all, iron ore. Yeah, well, that is not coming in for some reason. And that is the reason. Let's get you to just loop around. The second is wherever this is coming from. Yeah, we'll tap in up here. Sure. There we go. Let's get you going. And then we also need this to supply us with things. I don't think we have any air filters on us. Apparently we don't have any flare stacks either. Alright, well, things are a stack, flare stack. Oh, can't make them. No. But things are coming in. We are getting some things. Where is our train? Let's bring it a bit closer. I think we have some air compressors in here, air filters, sorry. Air filter Mark II, yeah, we've got 2 of them. That's not going to be enough, and then we need to get a flare stack. Alright, there we go. So this is producing how much oxygen? 50 in 2 seconds, 25 a second, so 50 a second, 100 a second. These are using 15 a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2. Yeah, that's fine. That's ample. All right, and then all we need is to output each of these. So these are doing 12 a second. Sorry, 12 in 4 seconds. 1 a second times 2. 2, 4, 6. That's about a belt. About a belt. Let's do it like that. Alright, that seems pretty okay to me. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let us offset like so. Roughly half. And that can be brought down to marry up with this. And wow, there's some weirdness going on here. Alright, we don't need any of that. We just need a couple of those. Wonderful. Alright, let's get back in our train. Make things happen once more. And that steel outpost is significantly better, but we just need some more stuff. 45 minutes. Sorry, guys. If you've hung around till now, I congratulate you. We've made big inroads, and hopefully we've got some steel here. Do we have any steel actually in here yet? No, we've got some steel ingots though. We don't have our steel coming in yet. We won't have our science just yet. What do I need? I need air filters and scanning. Scanning is ridiculous. Let's get air filters. There we go, air filter Mark II. Let's get 20 of them. And flare stack, there it is. Do we have them? Yeah, we have. Okay, let's get 20 of them as well. And we have got those. We almost have them. 10 more on the way. 5 more on the way. Come on guys, take your time. There they are. Alright. We have them. And we can go and finish it off. Finish off our new steel. There is the steel train heading into the base. That's nice to see. So this is, we've just passed our steel train. So this will give us logistic science, theoretically. And we'll be able to see, once we get out of here, whether this is going to work. Which I think it will. I think it will. Let's get that flare stack in as a matter of urgency, and then away we go. Away we go. Why aren't you working on enough oxygen? What's going on, guys? Only enough to keep these ones going? Looks like we are a bit low on oxygen. Got enough compressed gas. Oxygen. Oh well, I guess we just do that. Let's copy that, something like that. There, sure. We won't have enough compressed gas to actually run all 3 of these, but I can fix that. Alright. There they are. Let's just do that. Sure. Now we have all the oxygen in the world, and there we have all the steel in the world. This guy is filling up as quickly as it can. Okay, let's go back, and now the final test. Do we have logistic science? It's been a long road, I'll tell you what. Let's do a quick sneak peek. No, we don't. What are we missing? What are we missing? Or is there logistic science down here? No, there is not. Arg! Alright, we've stuffed something up. Let us immediately find out what that something is. Oh! There it is! There it is! We are operational. We are operational. Oh boy, alrighty. Now one thing you could do is actually make this its own, its own little area with a separate requesting station, just to speed things up. But for now, I think we're good if we just kind of. Why is that so slow? Fast stack inserter, yeah. Not getting enough. Alright, well, let's just copy you like that. How are you looking? Likewise, you're a bit slow to supply. This is probably just because we are out of fast filter inserters. Yep. Alright, what do we need to make fast filter inserters? Regular filter inserters and other things. No, let's do that. And that is regular filter inserters. You need a normal filter inserter. We got that stuff in storage. Definitely got steel gear wheels. What's going on? Probably because we have no steel. Yes, that was it. That's okay. And then if I want to do those, they just need these. And so mindful of time, but we just need to make this happen, don't we? Get that. Basic electronic circuit boards. Iron gear wheels, those, and iron plate. Yeah, keeps them. Alright, and that is those. Power that up. And that should make all that operational. Let's do some of those because they're going to be very slow. And red circuits are the hold up there. But look, we have some science coming in, and some is better than none. So I am definitely going to end it there, and we are going to figure out what we want to do with this newfound logistics science next episode. Thanks for bearing with me if you have. As always, love to hear your comments down below, and I'll see you tomorrow.